Hey guys, welcome back to our channel BongBisht, and we are super excited to share our latest adventure, a trip from Milan to Tallinn, which is the capital of Estonia. And Tallinn, oh my gosh, it's like stepping into a fairy tale. So grab some chai and let's dive straight away into our 2-day journey with the Tallinn City Card, which is perfect for exploring this gorgeous city. So this is the bus we will go to the airport to Bergamo. There are two vendors, one is Autostradale and the other is Terravation. You can book any of it online or at the counter. And so we are off to Tallinn in Estonia, country number 3 in our trip. So we booked a direct flight from Bergamo Airport, Milan to Tallinn, Estonia. We were flying Ryanair. It's a budget airline and you can get the tickets really cheap if you book in advance. The views which you get from the flight are quite epic. You get to see the snow-capped mountains and these beautiful sceneries as you fly down towards Tallinn. And finally we have landed in Tallinn, heading to get our bags and then we'll head straight to the apartment. So the Tallinn airport looks small but very modern and very beautiful. So loving the vibe.
Looks like mall.
It looks like a shopping mall, right? Such vibrant colors. After landing at the Tallinn airport, head straight to the Linium bus stop right outside the terminal. It's super easy to find. Grab bus number 2 or 15 and they run every 15 to 20 minutes and drop you crazy close to the old town in like 15-25 minutes. We bought the 3-day Tallinn transport card, which gives unlimited access to all public transport like buses, trams and trolleys, and we paid €9 each for it along with a €2 refundable deposit. We are in Tallinn, Estonia, a part of the Baltic states as they call it. So Tallinn is supposedly one of the best preserved medieval old towns in Europe. It's also the greenest European capital city in 2023. I think 79% of Tallinn residents have access to a park within 300 meters of where they stay, which is amazing, right? We are in a very cute Airbnb with a very beautiful view. I'll just show you right opposite. So we are in the topmost floor, the loft, and it's on the 4th floor, no lift. Obviously that was the only downside, but obviously you can't expect a lift in Old Town. Other than that, beautiful property. We'll show you. And after this, just have a quick tour of the home where we are staying, how much we have paid, all of it. We have paid 21,000 or 22,000 INR for 3 days. So this is the place we are staying. So this is the entrance. And as you enter, there is this dining area. She has given us all the maps and the informations and everything. And this is the best part, I feel. Yeah, we are in the topmost floor, 4th floor, so it took a lot of effort to climb up because there are no lifts in Old Town. I had to carry both the trolley bags, 20 kgs each, to the top. And yeah, this view, just look at this. So this is the entrance, as I said. Shivani is there, and so we got in from here. This is our table, a couple of storage spaces, and then this is the kitchen area. Very neat, very clean. They have everything. This is the fridge, and here's the bed. So a big bed for all of us. There's a working station there. Storage area is pretty neat and clean. Wi-Fi access. Again a storage area. Here's the washroom. Let me show. Big washroom. Quite clean. Washing machine. And everything is there. Here. Cool. And now let me show you another window which we have here. Since we're in the top floor, look at this view, guys. Isn't this amazing? Old Town. So we are right in Old Town and we are so excited that we are quickly gonna freshen up. We'll freshen up quickly and then head out. Ciao.
Hey all, हम लोग जा रहे हैं टैलन के ओल्ड टाउन घूमने अभी और अच्छी खासी धूप है. 2 मिनट पहले बारिश हो रही थी. आज वेदर बहुत ही अनप्रिडिक्टेबल है. आई विश अब धूप रहे, नहीं तो हमें चलने में काफ़ी प्रॉब्लम होगी. So let's go and explore. Started from Viru Gate and this is the entrance of the old town and we are going to Town Hall Square now.
First glimpse of Tallinn's Old Town hits like a time machine. Trust me. Cobblestone vibes, those dope colorful houses, and epic church spires like St. Olaf's just popping off. It's like wandering into a chill medieval storybook, ready to soak up all the old school magic. Dude, Old Town Tallinn is wild. Like you show up thinking it will be a cute little medieval town, and then bam, it's like stepping into some ridiculously well preserved movie set. You get to see these cobblestone streets, towers, walls, beautiful colorful buildings in pinks and yellows that look like they were painted yesterday, but somehow built in the 1200s. I couldn't stop saying, wait, what, is this for real? Every corner feels like it shouldn't still exist in 2025. It messes with your brain in the best possible way.
So we are at the old town hall square, and this is so beautiful. Reminds me a bit of Prague, but obviously the architecture is slightly different. Quite colorful buildings. I love this place. How do you feel?
Tallinn's Old Town City Hall is straight up medieval greatness. Built in the early 1400s, it's the oldest surviving town hall in Northern Europe, and somehow it still looks like something out of a fantasy RPG. You walk into the main square and boom, this sharp Gothic building, the skinny spire just owns the space. And then you look up, the weather vane chilling on top like he's been there forever.
And it started to rain, and Shivani is here. And the old town square is full of beautiful buildings. I personally like these three buildings. It's written Troika, Yuden Gimaya maybe, I don't know, but it's so beautiful. Just look at this. And that pink building is called, there's an Indian restaurant called as Maharaja.
चाय इनकी प्रायोरिटी हमारे प्यारे दोस्त फाइनली यहाँ पर बारिश रुकी है और हम चलना शुरू हुए हैं.
This is so beautiful. Like rain kissed, rain washed or rain drenched, I guess. Which you see is basically houses, world's oldest pharmacy. So as per records, by 1422 it was already under its third owner. So you can imagine how old it is. You can go inside and check out if it interests you. So that's a very interesting fact about this particular building. Cat's Well, where the history says that the local residents used to throw down all the dead animals, like the sacrifices they used to do, so that the city's water sources never run dry. And apparently that's true. That has never happened when Tallinn has run out of water.
We came back to our apartment for a while to rest and then changed so that we can go out slightly during the sunset tower to capture some other parts of Tallinn.
We are now going to Toompea Castle. We just rested for a while and now we'll head to the castle area.
We went out exploring Tallinn just as the sun started to dip and the city slid into that unreal blue hour light. No real plan, just figured we would wander a bit and see how the old town felt after dark. As we climbed up towards Toompea Hill, everything got quieter. The cobblestones started glowing that soft bluish tone, the kind you usually only see in movies. It didn't even feel like a real place.
है पटकुली स्टेयर्स, और ये स्टेयर्स लेके आप ऊपर जाओगे तो वहाँ पे एक व्यूइंग प्लेटफॉर्म है जहाँ से बहुत अच्छे व्यूज़ आते हैं. तो अभी चल के देखते हैं. सनसेट हो चुका है या डस्क का समय है, तो देखते हैं जल्दी पहुँच पाते कि नहीं.
When we got to the Patkuli viewing platform, we just stood there for a second. Didn't even say anything. The view was ridiculous. All those rooftops rolling down the hill, spires popping up through the mist, and the way off in the distance, the faint shimmer where the sea starts. It looked fake, like someone built it for a fantasy film. Turning around, we saw St. Mary's Cathedral, just this old, quiet presence, sitting there like it's been watching over the city forever. No lights, no drama, just ancient and still. Then just a short walk later, the Alexander Nevsky Cathedral came into view, and that was a whole different vibe. Lit up like it knew it was the main character. The domes were glowing, the details popped even in low light. It was honestly stunning. The whole walk felt surreal, like we weren't just seeing a city, we were stepping through something that's been here way longer than us. Tallinn at dusk, different level altogether.
After walking for a while, we have reached St. Nicholas Church, and this is so big that you can spot it from anywhere in and around Old Town. And it doesn't come in the frame itself, I have to pan up. Looks like the Eiffel Tower of Tallinn. So this is the central town hall square at night. Very cozy looking restaurants all around. Less tourists, I absolutely love it. In the daytime there's a lot of day trip tourists coming, I think from Helsinki and all. And this is the town hall at night, looking picture perfect. Town hall square, you'll find this central area. There are 3 of these swings, and Shivani is kind of lying around and lazing around. The rain has finally stopped. It's a beautiful evening in Tallinn, and we are in absolute love with the city.
Good morning all, thanks for watching BongBisht. So I am Shivani and behind the camera is Shayan. So we are saying hi from Tallinn and we are going on a city tour at 6 a.m. in the morning because yesterday it was raining. So today we are going to capture all the beautiful views and I hope there will be no rain today, fingers crossed. Abhi mausam bahut acha hai, let's go.
Day 2 in Tallinn started early, like 7ish am in the morning. The city was still asleep, streets were empty, just the sound of our footsteps on the cobblestones and the occasional seagull calling from somewhere above. It felt like we had the whole old town to ourselves. Walking through those narrow lanes in that soft morning light, no crowds, no cars, just the buildings and the quiet was kind of magical. Like the city hadn't fully woken up yet and we were sneaking a peek behind the scenes.
We took an early morning walk and we came here to Alexander Nevsky Cathedral. It is an Orthodox church, yet it looks a little bit like mosque. At first I thought it's a mosque, but it is a cathedral.
We headed up through the long leg gate tower, also called as the Pikyark, that slow steady climb again, this time completely silent. And at the top, Alexander Nevsky Cathedral came into view. Bathed in soft light with no one else around, it looked even more surreal in the stillness.
So the square around Alexander Nevsky Cathedral is very beautiful with beautiful buildings and the view of this church. Tallinn is home to a lot of beautiful churches, I think 20 of them from medieval times. So you can just walk around early morning, no tourists. Absolutely great thing to do. I think this is the post office maybe because it's written Post Philatelia. Maybe, I don't know, I'm guessing. Beautiful buildings.
From there, we made our way to the Kohtuotsa viewing platform. The city stretched out below us in layers, rooftops glowing a bit golden as the sun started coming up. The sea just barely visible in the haze. No noise, no tourists, just Tallinn in its purest form.
It's a magnificent viewpoint. You can see all the churches of Old Town, the streets, everything.
Hi all, we are in Kohtuotsa. It's a viewing point in Tallinn. You can come here, you can see the old town, all the churches and also the sea view. Shine, would you pan the camera for sea view?
It's a viewing point, pretty famous on Instagram, and it's an epic view, I must say. You get to see all the churches as well as the Baltic Sea. And tomorrow most probably we are gonna take a ferry on that to Helsinki. Finally we have some blue sky after a quick spell of shower, and the sun rays are falling on the Alexander Nevsky Cathedral, making it look beautiful.
We looked back past the cathedral, cutting through the quiet Danish king's gardens. The towers, Dannebrog especially, stood like sentries, and we caught a perfect view of St. Nicholas's church peeking out through the morning mist. We sat there for a bit with some tea, just letting it all sink in. That early, the whole place felt like a secret.
This entire area around Cake and Decock has some amazing lookout positions, like another viewing platform of sort. and it's a quite a good place to come early morning and click some pictures, observe views. So highly recommended to come to this place. You can obviously, if you want, you can walk on these walls also. There's a ticket to it. I'll mention the ticket price in the video. And then there's a cafe and a museum inside. Again, if you want, you can do it, but I think we are gonna skip it because the views are pretty similar from what you get from here than here. So there are enough free viewing platforms like the Kohtuotsa and the Patkuli. So we'll go there.
इसका मैं आर्ट बनाऊंगी आर्ट.
So according to the legend, this is that place where the Danish flag Dannebrog fell from the sky, and I think it's on June 15, 12, 19. So this is that particular place. So amazing, right? Although Denmark is a different country, so this is where the flag fell, and that is what they used to do.
Later in the day, we headed towards the Kalamaja Cemetery Park. It's more of a peaceful green space now, wide open, full of light and perfect for a slow walk. Then we wandered into Kalamaja. It's where the old wooden houses gave everything a totally different rhythm. Quiet, lived in, a little worn down in the best way.
These are wooden houses and this were made in 19th century. Earlier, all the fishermen used to stay here. Later, that is the reason why it is called Kalamaja.
Taken the tram from Salmi station and we are going to Kalamaja. It's a 35-minute odd journey. This Baroque museum was erected by Tsar the Great from the Russian Empire in 18th century, and now it houses a museum inside. Looks quite spectacular and quite different from the other buildings in and around Tallinn. Upper area of the Kalamaja Park or the Kalamaja Palace, you'll find this park with beautiful flowers and everything blooming, done in a very neat and very beautiful way. It's a beautiful place to spend time, I feel like, away from the old Tallinn where you can be done in a day or so. If you have more time in Tallinn, I would highly recommend visiting Kalamaja Park. Right outside of Kalamaja Park, if you walk towards the Baltic Sea, is the Rusalka Memorial, which is a memorial of an angel. It's a statue of an angel in commemoration of the Rusalka shipwreck. That's Shivani walking towards the Baltic Sea opposite the Rusalka Memorial. And so we are at this beach opposite to Rusalka Memorial, and it's called Rusalka Rand as per Google Maps. I don't know if that means a beach or not, but it is a beach, as you can see. And as I was checking on maps, right opposite that side is Helsinki. So tomorrow we are going to Helsinki for a day trip. We have booked our ferries. We are at this place called Telliskivi. It's one of the other districts, and as you can see, it's quite a hipster area, like walls full of wall art and everything. There are a lot of good pubs and everything here.
We wrapped up the day at Balti Jaam Market Hall, explored the stalls, soaked up the mix of old school market energy and modern flair. We ended up grabbing some Slavic dumplings, steaming hot, and a couple of local beers. Sat down, ate, and just watched the day wind down around us.
So we are done with our food experience in Telliskivi, and actually it was a very good experience to just try out local food. I had some Slavic dumplings and some local beer, which was good. The good part about visiting these markets is that you get to see how the locals live and enjoy their life also. So it was a very good experience, and I would recommend if you have time to come and experience it. Now we'll head back to our old town and then probably rest because it's been a long day. We woke up at 6 a.m. and tomorrow we have a ferry to Helsinki. So see you guys tomorrow for our day trip to Helsinki.
Tallinn gives you these insane shifts in mood, from slow and sacred to creative and loud, and somehow it all just works.